Hey guys, what's up? I apologize, I've been sick for the last couple of days. However, first off, I want to say please enjoy the image that has absolutely no relativity to this video. I just wanted something up to block what I am going to show you next. First off, this is more Season 4 news as well as the ending of Season 3, so this is a spoiler alert to those who have not watched episode 163, if I'm correct. I think it's 163. Anyway, if you guys have not watched that, then please leave this video, go watch it, and come back. Otherwise, then the whole thing's going to be spoiled for you, and you have been warned. So at the end of episode 163, we see Kai is unreversed. Aichi was not taken by a void. In fact, Aichi defeated Kai, if I'm correct. I think that's how it happened. Actually, I don't even know if we saw who won that. I might be wrong. But all I know is that everything's back to normal. Now, in Season 4, apparently what's going to happen is Aichi's going to be taken by Void. Kind of like how in Season 2, Royal Paladins and Kagero were forgotten from the world. This is the same thing that's going to happen to Aichi. Nobody's going to remember Aichi. Nobody's going to know who it is except Kai. However, Naoki believes Kai, just like Kai believed Aichi, and they go chase after Aichi in Season 4. This, I feel like, is going to be a Season 2 copycat, kind of, with small differences here and there. Hopefully, it's going to turn out pretty well. I'm actually excited for it. This is actually going to occur on the 9th, if I'm correct. And today is the 3rd. And let me see when the 9th is. Okay, a 9th is on a Sunday. So it's gonna probably pop up on that on the 8th instead of the 9th, unless we're gonna start getting the episodes on a Sunday. If we start getting episodes on a Sunday, then I hope it's Sunday morning. By the way, I apologize. I am a little sick still. For the past few days, I've been going to work, fighting past this little cold that I've had, and yeah, it's a bitch. Anyway, aside from that, a couple days ago, Dr. O decided to go to a conference where he was talking about Season 4 as well as Legion, and from that conference, this image was shown. This is Seeker Blaster Blade and Seeker Wingull, full-blown effect and everything, and I'm going to tell you their set effects because I partially remember them. I remember Blaster Blade's effect because it's busted as shit. Blaster Blade's ability is Counterblast 1 when he's placed on rear guard. If you have a Seeker Vanguard, you may pick an opponent's rear guard, grade 2 or higher, and retire it for a simple Counterblast of 1. It's basically Blaster Blade, but with a Counterblast of 1 and a big fuck you to everyone. However, here's the thing though. His effect only activates on rear guard. It's not a Vanguard / rear guard ability. What the fuck? Well, okay, it's not that big. It's honestly not that big of a deal. This is kind of an effect that you wanted on rearguard anyway. I mean, when I was playing Liberators, Blaster Blade was, like, never on Vanguard. I used to ride him on Vanguard sometimes, but most of the time it was on rearguard, and, that way I could have an additional retirement and swing to the Vanguard, or swing to the other rearguard, and, just take care of that stuff from there. Now, what we're really going to talk about is the Wingull, because the Wingull is what is the shit. This is the important motherfucking piece. And I apologize for my language, but fuck it. I'm in the mood to cuss. I don't understand why. This is the important piece right here. Oh, I'm sorry, I was like shaking the camera. This is the important piece right here. If we look down here, we can see some of his effect because some of it gets cut off. This is the Legion logo. This is how you know somebody's Legion. On top of that, this logo. This is on the card, and it will tell you who, the card should tell you who they Legion with. Anyway, basically, if you look, it shows the Legion number and a number 20,000. When you Legion a unit, the two units become one and you lose the rear guard unit. One unit has to be on Vanguard, the other has to be on rear guard. You lose the rear guard because they both become the same unit on Vanguard. Meaning, let me see if I can do this. For the record, I do not believe they are all grade 3s and grade 2s. But for the sake of this, we're going to act as if they are all grade 3s and 2s. So right here is Valiant Sword Dragon, and right here is Spark Rain. Let's say these guys were Legion, like they could be Legion. He would be on Vanguard, and a rule that Dr. O explained was they have to be to the left of the Legion unit. So your rearguard Legion has to be to the left of the Vanguard. You put them on both on top like this on the side of each other on Vanguard, where what's called the soul would be in between. So it's like that's the soul, that's how it's gonna look, and they become one unit. On top of that, their total power will become 20,000. Now, again, like I said, this isn't like every single legion. There'll probably be other legions that break that rule because these are the starting legions. Another rule is that this 20,000 power is only during your turn. Meaning, what happens once they drop? Then what? Are they 9,000 or are they 11,000? That is a good question. However, I'm not totally sure what that answer is. What I do know though is that the power up is only during your turn, and on top of that, you do get abilities. So let's look at the auto ability. This is the activate, and you have to activate it to Legion it with Blaster Blade Seeker. Now the auto ability is the moment that this unit is legioned. Here's the logo. You may search your deck for a grade 2 or lower Seeker and call it directly to rearguard. Also, this is it says Vanguard something 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 plus 2,000. I think this is if this card attacks an opponent's Vanguard. I'm gonna go with that because that seems to be the standard effect that's happening a lot. And so yeah, this seems kind of weird. I mean, this seems like you can have an instant 20,000 K attacker swinging. However, at the same time, this also seems like it's kind of a letdown. I mean, we had break rides that swing for 20,000, 19,000, 21,000. In fact, 23,000 was the highest that we could get it, just by simply riding on a certain turn. Now, another thing that I think is going to make this better than break rides, because over on the left, you do not see a limit break symbol. In fact, you don't see an ultimate break symbol. In fact, you see no symbols at all. There's no requirement as far as damage is concerned. Yes, that's right. You could be at 0 damage and still Legion together. Meaning limit break and ultimate break could be removed from the game. They might be trying to make it obsolete, they might be trying to just get rid of it, or they might be trying to save up better ones for limit break. Maybe there are legions that must be created when at limit break, when at ultimate break, when at certain damage or certain requirements are met, not just the units being on Vanguard and Rearguard. Maybe there's going to be more in depth with this. Sadly, for the Narukami fans, and this is terrible for me, they did not show a picture of the Brawlers, and that makes me sad. That really does. I was actually kind of pissed. I wish that they showed the Brawlers, because I want to know what they're going to do. We got a starter that is a Claudus clone. Literally, it gets Blaster Blade Seeker on Rearguard instantly, meaning you can Legion up instantly. But wait a minute, we have an Electric Shaper as a starter for Brawlers. What? Yes. Yeah, what? You can have basically something that is the equivalent of a one-turn Electric Shaper, meaning anytime the opponent retires a unit, or anytime you retire a unit in the front row or the back row, you can pop the same unit in the same column. Not row, meaning you can pop the attacker and the booster, not you can kill off all their boosters with killing just one booster. It has to be in the same column, not row. I think that's it, guys. Aside from that, there's been some other legions that have been shown. Let me see if I can find any others. Here we are. Up here is actually, you know what? For all you guys thinking that these are Blows, dude, I completely agree with you. However, they are not Blows. They are Razors. Or Risers, or whatever. Dr. O already talked about it. And on top of that, if we go over here, his face does look like a Riser. However, this guy just looks like Optimus freaking Prime. But yeah, we get Nova Grapplers out of that set, and we also get what looks to be like another Cecilia and another Neonectar Musketeers, which is a little depressing. Musketeers, to me, I feel like they get too much credit and too much love. We should really see some other stuff as far as Neonectars are concerned. Aside from that, guys, that's really it. Tell me what you think about these legions. There's actually a ton coming out. There's Dimensional Police, Neonectar, Nova Grappler, Royal Paladin, and in fact, there should be like a couple other ones that are coming out as well. This is all coming in set 16, and I'll start making a video talking about set 16 the moment that, you know, cards have started being leaked and stuff like that. But aside from that, guys, tell me what you think. What are you excited for Season 4? Are you pumped about these legions? And which of the 3 legions that we have seen are you most excited for? The Seekers, the Razors, or the Musketeers? Also, are you excited for the Brawlers? We have not seen what the Brawlers do, and we have not seen the 2 cards put together as Legion yet. However, I am super excited to see it, and I'm super excited to check out this Legion. I am pumped. I want to check this out already. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. I am ready. I'm pumped. I want to do this already. I want to play the Legion. I want to check all this stuff out. I want to see Quintet Walls making a second appearance in Season 4. I want to just see all of this good stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Please like, thumbs up, or thumbs down if you do not if you dislike this. I don't care. It lets me know if I'm doing a good or bad job. Also, thank you all for getting me to 80+ subscribers. We are almost at 100, and this is awesome. I did not expect this YouTube to take off as it did, especially when we hit 50 subscribers. We kind of just went on a skyrocket from that point on. Anyway, guys, I will talk to all of you later, and I will be giving you more Vanguard videos as the days go by. Games, deck profiles, and a lot more stuff like that. Anyway, guys, we are out of here, and I will check all sorts of sites and stuff like that to bring you guys more Vanguard videos, and I will hit you guys up later.